Marc Jacobs' cover for Vogue is monumental for so many different reasons, but I couldn't help but notice how little text there is on the cover. It made me think of this amazing data journalism piece by Jess Carr. For example, if we compare Rihanna's 2011 Vogue cover to her 2022 cover, you can really see how simplistic Vogue covers have become. To measure how this has changed over time, Jess went and identified all of the text on the covers excluding the Vogue masthead. She then removed the background image and looked at the wireframe of each cover, so you can see the relative proportions of text to cover. She found that in 2011, 25% of the cover was text, and in 2022, it was only 6%. She went and analysed 22 years worth of Vogue covers. With each column representing a year, we can see that from 2000 to 2022, how much the amount of text on Vogue covers has dwindled. If we look at the percentage of text coverage by year, we can see that it peaked in the mid-2000s and has completely dropped in the 2020s, which makes a lot of sense when we look back at examples of Vogue covers from the 2000s and compare that to more recent editions. Jess talks about how in the early 20th century, Vogue covers featured illustration. The intention was to create covers so beautiful that one might consider hanging them as a poster. But then towards the midpoint of the century, the economic underpinnings of many magazines shifted from subscription to newsstand sales, which meant that the covers now functioned as advertisements. But now in 2024, we've almost seen a rebirth of simpler poster covers from the early 1900s, with much more focus on the cover imagery and the cover style themselves. The dissemination of visuals, as well as the accompanying media across social media, serves as an advertising medium, thus rendering the cover line somewhat obsolete and unnecessary noise. The high production editorial shoots provoke greater visual impact and efficacy on large screens, mobile devices, and print, while also instilling a sense of modernity and artistry. Vogue's text journey is undoubtedly a reaction to societal changes and a successful bid to stay relevant. The cultural imprint of Vogue magazines is profound, yet it too has been shaped by the shifting tides of time. For more industry shifts analysed through data, be sure to follow Bareface.